Hello friends, this is a quick tip for situational awareness. And to explain it, I'm going to share a little story of something that happened to me just the other day. My neighbor came to the door and knocked. I opened the door and my neighbor said, well, here's what I thought they said. Just wondering if we could use your grill. And I said, grill? And they said, no, drill. I said, oh, of course. So that was the exchange. But might seem innocuous. What's the big deal? And if you would have seen the situation, you might have mercy on me because the dog was trying to get at the person to greet and lick. And so I was trying to keep the dog back who was whining and making noise, and I couldn't properly hear what was being said. But here's the thing. What actually happened, and we can start to pay attention to this in our mindset. What happened is that I opened the door and the situation owned me. The words that I thought came out, may I borrow the grill, then dictated my mindset. So what happened next? I thought that's what was said. I responded to that. And my mind was taken away in that assumption. You see, this is the essence of situational awareness. Things are always happening around us. When something, a stimulus, comes into our senses, then one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to take over our mindset and we're going to react, as I did there. Just, wait, I don't understand. Grill? I mean, sure, if you want it. Or we can assess the situation, stop and move more slowly. In this case, I might have recognized, I knew that he was doing work, some carpentry on his house. And I know from the past that he doesn't grill out. And so when he came and he said, may I borrow your grill? I might have stopped and thought and said, grill, that doesn't make sense. Oh, drill. That makes more sense. And then responded more appropriately to that situation. So to make it more simple, in other words, I reacted to the situation rather than responding to the situation. Now the trick is this, because this is pretty common for most of us. If you are someone who is striving for mindfulness and more situational awareness, you probably notice when you make a blunder like this. When this happens, it's a time for me to stop and say, all right, I need to go back to this simple training technique, which I think can do wonders for your situational awareness. Here's how it works. You take some sort of a predictable stimulus, like, all right, somebody knocking on your door. When somebody knocks on your door, you pretty much know when you go there, there's going to be an exchange, a verbal exchange of some kind. So you may also know that it's very easy for you to get swept into that exchange without really stopping and assessing the full situation. You can ask yourself, all right, when somebody comes to the door and I exchange words with them and they leave, do I remember the top they were wearing? Do I remember their hair color? Do I remember their eye color? Some basic things that should be in our awareness, perhaps, but aren't because we get swept away into that conversation. That's a clue that we're in the reactive mind. So I've chosen this thing, this stimulus, and in this case, I'm going to use somebody coming to the door. And I say, as soon as I hear a knock on the door, the knock does not mean go get the door. The knock means stop, take a breath, and say, I'm going to assess this situation. Then, when you open the door, stop, and you should be in a clearer mindset because you're prepared. Hear what the person has to say, look at them, read their body language, don't have to respond instantly, and then respond appropriately. If I had done that, I would have recognized without him having to say, no, not the grill, the drill, I would have recognized that. So it's a simple tip. Choose a stimulus, a predictable stimulus that draws you into reaction. And then, next time it comes, as soon as that stimulus comes, take a breath, say, I'm going to assess the situation and respond, and see how that changes it. Love to hear in the comments below. Share what situations tend to bring you out of response and into reaction, to take you out of situational awareness and onto autopilot, and see if you choose one. And if you choose one to use for this little trick, tell me what it is and if it makes a difference. All right, my friends, thank you for being on this journey with me. Can't wait to talk with you in the comments.